Okay, I set myself up a little safety box around that nether portal, and it turned to night, and so I thought, well, how about try to whack a few Endermen and maybe get lucky and get an I thought I might get a pearl. No such luck. But I am getting slaughtered. Okay, so this is one of those times where I realized that while I was playing the hardcore game and was intending to teach you how to build this very simple AFK fish farm, I did not actually explain how everything goes together, even though I know you could pause the game, look at the fish farm, and copy it. I decided to go ahead and make a quick cheaty creative mode video to slip in there in between what I was talking about in the game, and then you can watch this video on the how-to and then go back to watching me try not to die in my hardcore game world. So what we have is an iron trapdoor, music note block, a hopper, one fence post, one iron trapdoor, excuse me, I said trapdoor already, iron pressure plate, a chest, a water bucket, a fishing rod, and a slab of your choice, or a block would work, or you don't have to use that on top of the note block at all, and you can listen to it go doing, 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 doing every time you fish against it. But I would recommend putting a slab on top at least, or if not a slab, just placing a block on top. But I have a God Rod Mending Luck of the Sea 3, Lure 3, and Breaking 3 fishing pole because I'm in creative, so I thought, hey, what the heck, might as well just make one real quick. Now, we're just going to copy what I did here. It's pretty simple. When you're starting the game and you don't have the iron resources available like you would later in the game, you may only want to do a double chest with one hopper, pressure plate, iron trapdoor, because as you can tell, that's 2 and 4 and 5 more. That's quite a bit of iron, but you know, anybody has that much iron usually just sitting in their inventory after they've been playing the game for about 15 minutes. So what I like to do is I like to go ahead and build like um, th 3 chests worth, and then break out like that. So if you were just doing the chest, hopper, and then the extra hole, you would dig out 1, 2, 3, 4, and then place a double chest and place your hopper directly into that chest, because then you're going to place a fence post on the hopper and you're going to flood it with water, and the water will naturally gravitate to this hole and not spill all over the ground. That's why that is just flushing down into the ground like it is. But we have 1, 2, 3 here, so that we could fill up 3 double chests worth of loot if in fact you find yourself in a really great position where you have a fishing pole that has Luck of the Sea 1, 2, or 3 on it. You're going to get a lot more loot, and if you have a fishing rod with lure on it, you're going to catch a lot more fish. So this is what I do if I can, is go ahead and make 3 double chests worth, 3 hoppers worth, and then stack the fence post on top of the hopper and place the pressure plate on top of the fence post, and then we are going to place let's see, we need to have something there to place the iron trapdoor against, because it has to go on sideways just slightly above that plate. And then we want to set the note block against the end of the trapdoor and place the soundproofer. See, because it'll make boing, 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 boing. And so we don't want all that sound. And so we place the slab on top to stop the sound from happening. And then we flood the fence post. And this is the water source that we're going to fish into. Now, if you're not standing outdoors in a creative world where you set the game mode to peaceful, then you most likely are going to want to build this inside somewhere or in the ground. But if you do, you want this water source to be visible to the sky so that you get the bonuses for when it rains and having the bobber in the open air and not underground. You'll catch more fish, and I think when it rains on the bobber, you get a 25 or 40% boost in catching things as well. And so now the bobber is in that water source, and you just aim it anywhere in the bottom area of the of the music note block where that trapdoor is located. So it is in that section. Whoops, derp. It is in that section where it looks like it's in the bottom 2 or 3 pixels. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 pixels worth. So if you aim anywhere on the black line, the brown line, or this very first hashtag line, then just fish against it by holding your fishing action on your mouse. And then you will catch a fish as soon as the fishing pole, based on the magic that you've got on it, attracts the fish. Boom. There it is. I am in that brown line on the second row of pixels. Let's see if that's the magic spot. Typically I aim towards the right hand corner of the music note block and down in the bottom. So this is really close to that spot. There we go. That's the hot spot. Just stay at the more or less just stay in that brown line, the second row of pixels, and you should be able to fish pretty good. Then another thing that I like to do is I can switch my options over for my use item place block, switch that to any key on my keyboard. I can hold that key. Whoa. I can hold that key, press F3, let go of the key, press F3 again, and now I'm on a MacBook Pro, so it allows me to tab out and tab back, and I can auto fish without even needing to be anywhere near my computer. So that means I can just set it on my desk and go into the other room and actually away from keyboard fish. And so that's the trick. There we go. That's the trick. I guess because I'm in. Okay, so you can build it this way: just a double chest, a hopper, fence post, iron pressure plate, iron trapdoor, music note block, slab of choice. Flood the fence post. Make sure you have that hole in the ground. Or you can do it where you have more chests, and of course the more chests you add the better, the longer you can fish or be away from your computer. But when you're ready to check your loot, it'll be filling up down in the bottom there. And yeah, mending pole, clownfish are pointless, but you'll have tons and tons of fish. I mean stacks and stacks of food. You'll be set for quite a long time. But I needed some string because I thought, well, I could set up a AFK fishing machine. Fishing farm, I mean, and sorry, I'm getting distracted fighting these monsters. I thought I would set up a AFK fishing machine while I took a break, because early game and pretty much all throughout the game, those are pretty amazing to have. Hello there, baby zombie. So I needed some string, which meant come out here and tackle me some spiders. Any buttons. So I'm going to end the game recording because nobody wants to watch FlapJack fish for the next hour. And I'm going to take a break, give me something to drink, get some fresh air, and I'll come back and hang out with y'all and see how much loot we got.